Today we are going to go over some basic terminal navigation, and we're going to go over how to run your Java file from your terminal. Alright, so the first thing you're going to have to do is open up Chrome or Firefox or whatever you use. Type in iTerm2, go here, download and install this, and then once you do that, download and install Sublime. Great, it's pretty easy to do. You can just say Sublime Text.app, download for Mac, drag it into your applications folder. You need to have it in your applications folder because the next thing I'm going to do depends on that. All right. So once you have done that, type in iTerm, and I'm just going to make you copy and paste something in. It's going to be in the description, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you. There it goes. So what this does, it creates a link. So it creates a link to your Sublime text editor that you just downloaded. So then you're able to type in Sublime. It's just an easy way to open up Sublime from your terminal. Great, so you type that, bing, it should say file exists. If you don't see this, let me know. You should be able to see this. Great, so now let's move on to part 2. That's the setup. So, whenever you're using the terminal, folders are called directories. So from now on, every time I say directory, think in your head folder, because that's exactly what they are. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is make a directory called Java files. It's just a folder that's going to house all of our Java files. So we're going to type in mk for make dir directory. So make directory, and we're going to call it Java files. And generally you can't do this, but you can do this, but you generally don't want to do that. It just makes it a little bit more of a hassle. So just keep your files one word. You can do underscore if you want or something like that, but keep it all connected one word. I highly recommend doing this or this. Either one, doesn't matter, just do one of them. Okay, so we're going to make a directory called Java files. Now we need to navigate into that directory by using change directory cd, and then we're going to type in the folder that we want to go into. Bang, Java file. So now we are in that directory. Alright, so we're going to create a file. I'm going to create a file called hey. So how to create a simple file, we just use touch. There's several other ways to do this, but I like doing this. So we say touch, and I'm going to say hey.java. Bang. Alright, so we created a hey.java file in this Java files directory. Alright, and how to know that's for sure that we created it right, we type in ls for list. Great, we see our Java file right there. Alright, so now let's edit this file. Now, if you copied and pasted this right here, and everything worked out right, if you have this message saying the file exists, then you should be able to do this. So I can type in Sublime, and then I'm going to type in hey.java. Great, so that opens up that hey.java file in Sublime. I'm going to put this over here on this side. Alright, so let's just make a basic Java program, class, and we're going to say hey, public static void main string, yes. And again, you don't really need to know what this means right now. Just kind of copy it and paste it for now. We'll figure out what that means later on. So we're just going to do a basic print statement using system.out.println. And we're going to say, hey, I am working. And don't forget your semicolon because you will get an error. All right. So now let's navigate back to the terminal. Great. So we saved that file. Don't forget to save it, of course. Command S. And then type in ls. Great. So we see that file still there. All right. So now we need to compile it first. So we type in javac hey.java. Bang. All right. So let's type in clear to make this a little go back up to the top. Type in ls again, and then whoa, wait a second. After we ran this javac hey.java command, we have this new file called hey.class. Why is that? We didn't create that. We only created this hey.java file. The simple explanation, it's these .java file usually holds your code in clear text, like these readable things that that humans are able to understand, your source code. But the .class files, they contain the Java bytecode. It's produced by the Java compiler. So now the JVM, or the Java virtual machine, is able to execute this Java application. So it's pretty much the compiled version of this .java file. It makes it where your computer is able to read it and run the application. Okay, so enough of that. All right, so now let's run this program. Hey. Oh, no, we just need to type Java hey. Great. Hey, I am working. Super. So you ran your first Java application through the terminal using Sublime as your editor. And now let's go on to a little bit more terminal navigation. All right. So now we type in ls. We see that we have these two files. Let's say we want to remove this hey.class file. We type in remove hey.class. And you probably won't get this message to make sure you want to remove it. I have this installed because I don't want to remove anything unless I'm absolutely sure. Great, so we type in ls again. That file is no longer there. Let's make another directory called hey. Let's change directory, cd, into that folder. And now let's just create another file in this directory called a.txt or whatever. Okay, so now let's open up this text file. Another thing to do, instead of going into Sublime, you can type in vim and then a.txt, or we can just do Sublime. Great, so we open up this file, we're going to say, hey, I'm some text. Yay. All right, so we have this file a.text, and it contains this message right here. All right, let's say I want to copy this to a new file. Let's say I want to duplicate this file into b.text. We type in cp, the file that you want to copy, in the new file that is going to be created. So we're copying a.text to b.text. Press enter, type in ls, and let's do sublime b.txt. Great, hey, I'm some text. And this a.text you can see is the same. They're both the same exact file, identical. All right, so we type in ls again. Let's say, actually, I don't want this to be named b.text. I want this to be, a copy or something like this. So what we do, we type in mv for move. So we're going to move the old file, b.txt, and we're going to make it called copy.txt. So we're moving the old file to b.txt to copy.txt. Sweet. So we type in ls again. Great. b.txt is no longer there. It's replaced with copy. All right. So let's say you want to get back into this Java files directory. Great. We type in cd ... and that brings you to its parent directory. So we were in hey, Java files is its parent. We jump back into there with the cd ... Let's say we're back into this hey folder and you want to go all the way back to the beginning. You don't want to even be in this Java files. You want to go in something before that. You just type in cd. Boom. And that goes to your home directory. All right. And now I'm going to say this, but I'm going to do a warning before I tell you to do this. Okay. Don't put in this command unless you are absolutely sure that you want to remove this directory, because once you type in this command, you will not be able to recover these files. It is permanently gone. Be careful typing this command. Okay, so we're going to remove this Java files folder and everything inside of this Java files folder. Now again, you're not able to retrieve this. Do not just type this without a folder name. Bad things happen. There is your warning. I am no longer responsible for what happens. So we type in rm, and then we do this dash, and we say R for recursive, which means that it's going to delete everything inside of Java files. It's going to delete everything inside of hey. It's going to delete hey. It's going to delete Java files, and then you're going to be done. And we're going to type in F for force. All right, and then you're going to type in the folder you want to delete, which is Java files. Bang. Great. And as you can see, we removed a.txt, removed copy.txt, we removed the hey folder, then removed hey.java, and then removed the Java files directory. All right. I think that is it for this lesson. Play around with these things, make some directories, cd into it. I'm going to post that. I'm going to post that long thing at the beginning. I'm going to post this into the description, so you don't have to spend time in it just copying and paste it. Also, you can type in up and down on the arrow keys to repeat a last command if something you have is really long, like that ln command. All right, if you have any questions, again, reach out to us on Slack.